Napa Know How.
It's Love Your Car Month at Napa. And to show your car the love, get a Napa bucket for $2.99 and save 20% on almost everything you can fit inside, like car wash, car wax, and tire shine. So save some cash and look good doing it by getting 20% off with the Napa bucket. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa Know How.
Napa Know How.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores, exclusions apply. Minimum 3 items may not be combined with other offers. Offer ends 4/30/19.
I'm Vicky.
I'm Janelle.
And we're the Bad Taste Crabcast. You're listening to Murderly.
Podcast to die for.
Hey everyone, this is Spence the Singing Swordsman at the Brothers Commonplace. Thanks for checking out our podcast. Just a quick disclaimer before we start. We are a comedy podcast that covers many serious events. We aren't here to purposefully offend or disrespect any of the people in our topics, but at the same time, we will be trying to make each other laugh and crack jokes. Thanks again for listening. Be good, stay safe, and laugh at the dark stuff.
All right, fellas, like we practiced.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
Come on down. Come on down. Hanging with the brothers tonight, yeah. Come on down to the Brothers Commonplace tonight.
Alrighty, welcome everyone to the Brothers Commonplace. We are a comedy podcast that covers monsters, murderers, mysteries, and more. And before we get into our topic for today, let's go ahead and say hello to all the brothers that are with us today.
What's up, guys? This is Tim, or Rude Boy, as they call me at the gathering.
Oh, what up, rude boy? Hell yeah.
What up? This is the Tooth. Yep, don't worry. A lot of that was probably edited out.
Hey guys, this is James Ellsworth. I'm really glad to be here on the podcast with you all this week.
Nice.
And y'all know me, it's the kid, the Cleveland Strangler. It's Kev Dog. And today we are going to be talking about the man, the moth, the legend. That's right, we are talking about Mothman today. Before we jump into talking more about Mothman, though, you guys got anything you want to talk about real quick? Or how's your days going?
Should I say that my real name is Spence?
Spence, the singing swordsman.
I'm not the amazing James Ellsworth.
We could probably get him on here, though. Wouldn't take very much.
My day's going pretty well. No one's made me stand for the national anthem yet.
Oh, man.
Jesus.
Dear God.
I think... Okay, good.
So good.
Alrighty. Anyone else?
No, that was good. Good enough.
I noticed that we're all sitting down. What is the national anthem playing right now?
That's just the same fucking joke. Alrighty, so in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, a mysterious animal/creature/alien by the name of Mothman would change the small town forever. First sighted on November 12th, 1966, the Mothman would soon become one of the most well-known cryptids in the world.
So you think the Mothman had like a nose and like boogers and shit?
We'll get into that. We will get into that under theories. Most reports say that he is a humanoid creature that stands 7 feet tall with 2 giant bat-like wings that spread over 10 feet. It is said that his head is kind of sunken down into his chest, so I imagine kind of like the outline of Mysterio whenever I think of him.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
The last time I seen bat wings that big, I worked at a restaurant.
He didn't even fully explain the joke.
I don't even get this.
In the movie Waiting, they do the bat wing where the dude just spreads his guts really
fuck
far.
yeah. Okay, I remember. Yeah, that's good.
So some of the witnesses' descriptions will differ some, but the one thing that most of the sightings had in common was that the Mothman had 2 red glowing eyes. He is also said to be black, gray, or brown, and none of the descriptions ever really sound anything like a moth, though.
He's black with red glowing eyes, huh? I think I saw one of them dudes at a Snoop Dogg concert.
Oh, yes. Fuck yeah.
Oh, my God.
Coming up with the jokes early, too.
Over the next year, after the initial reportings, there were over 100 Mothman sightings in Point Pleasant, all leading up to the tragedy of the collapse of the Silver Bridge, which we will get into a little bit later.
Do we dispute that 100 number? Because because that is, from what I know, comes from like some like children's books and some other like Like it's written down in like a paper or something. Hundreds of people have seen it, but who are these hundreds of people?
No, I agree completely. And there's really
like, if we have names, like there's some supposedly like some volunteer firefighters and a few other people who actually we know they reported that they saw something. But
I heard
like,
some of it because they said like it was like a black they actually get confused because it was a black guy. It was just Carl Malone, the mailman.
Oh, come on, dude, we can't keep that in. None of the sightings I mean, we're talking about Mothman. So, I mean, it's not like any of the sightings are proven or anything like that. And it could just be people saying, hey, we saw him.
I got a question.
Yes.
Like, this is more about like regular moths, though.
Yes.
Why are so many people so scared of regular moths? Have you ever met these people?
Yeah,
I've
my
met like
girlfriend's
2 or
one.
3 people in my life who are deathly afraid of regular moths.
Is it a girl
Yeah,
thing
Tor-
or is
Tori
is
is.
there a man that is?
I feel like
I mean, I don't like insects, like
Yeah.
bugs crawling
Yeah.
on me.
I don't like just flying things, but if I was gonna pick a flying thing to not be afraid of, it would be moths or flies. Like I really don't find them scary.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I mean-
or like those like whirly helicopter seeds.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Those kind of scare me a little bit.
All right.
Fuck is that thing?
I'll
But-
consider my question answered.
And after that first year, Mothman and Mothman-like sightings were being reported all over the world, and he seems to always appear around disasters and tragedies.
You said you're kind of afraid of insects a little bit.
Yeah.
What about the hornets? Nobody's afraid of them.
They're not even that bad.
They're probably gonna be in the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So since Mothman is usually spotted around or right before disasters take place, I like to imagine that if one was ever to come under attack by the Mothman, it may increase your chances of survivability if you can convince him that there is a nearby disaster about to take place, and maybe that will be enough to make him leave you alone and head over to the disaster instead. So in order to get our creative juices flowing, we're going to do like a little exercise right now. All right, Tim. Imagine right now that you are walking home from work. You just got off. It's about like 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
So real dark outside. Street lights are on. Not a whole lot of traffic going on or anything like that. You stop at Circle K, get yourself Polar Pop, wake yourself up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're walking, and up ahead, perched up in one of the trees, you see the red glowing eyes.
Ugh.
And oh yeah, this is the Mothman. And you don't see him say this, but you hear in your head, him say, Tim, chapstick.
Oh fuck yeah. I like to start off by saying I love being the first to get the juices flowing.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But this actually did happen to me. Everything Kevin just said is true.
It's happening right now, man.
Oh, yeah, exactly. When it happened, I don't know how I knew, but I knew we were going to do this podcast, so I actually went into the future and listened to this for the information. And I found out that he does, like to go around tragedies. So I'm like, fuck, man, what could I use? And around the time, they were actually filming a movie, and I'm like, man, that movie's going to be really fucking bad. I could send him to that. So I went up to him. I was like, dude, did you know they're filming Rush Hour 3? He never saw him again, man.
So the Mothman, he flies off the branch towards you. Here's what you have to say. Flies right over your head and just keeps on going to wherever they're filming Rush Hour 3.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Tim, you are indeed safe tonight.
Oh,
so
yeah.
nice job. You
Actually, I
have,
think that's the last time anybody ever saw him.
you you have defeated the Mothman for now.
Oh, yeah.
Spence.
I like how Kev's like DMing for us right now.
Spence. Exactly. Got to put those DM skills to test. All right, so Spence, that same night, you're driving around town right now. Got the windows rolled down.
I like
It's
it.
nice night, warm out,
Yeah.
nice breeze blowing. You got
Yeah.
the radio turned on.
Yeah.
What song you listen to? What's playing right now?
Probably I Think We're Alone Now by Tiffany.
I would like to be in this scenario, too.
Alrighty, so we got that playing on the radio, and all of a sudden the volume starts to turn down a little bit, and you start to hear like a static noise, and it wasn't you that did it because the volume knob is just right out of your reach.
Right.
And all of
Yeah,
a sudden,
it is.
next to you,
in the
flying
butt.
up next to the car, you see him. You see the Mothman. You see the red glowing eyes.
Like alongside the car.
Yeah, he flies alongside the car, 55
Man.
miles per hour, because you don't want to break the speed limit tonight.
Yeah.
He's
no.
driving in town.
And you hear him say, "Tell me your secret." All right, Spence, what
My
do you do?
secrets. Well, I heard that you're into disasters, and if you head back down to Columbus, they're doing a convention for the release of Windows Vista right now.
Yes.
They'll give you a T-shirt and a pen and everything. Man.
Oh yeah, Mothman just takes off flying towards Columbus, man.
yeah.
Nice job.
By the way, that's a true story. I went to a Windows Vista launch conference in Columbus
Nice.
Fuck, dude.
and got a pen and a T-shirt.
If only we knew then what we know now.
I do like that he also turned down the song, so that prevented another tragedy of you listening to that song.
Jeremiah too. All right, it's late at night, brother. You know what you're doing. You're doing what you do on a lot of nights in the
Hiding
summer.
under covers?
Nope.
Oh.
You're outside of the basketball court.
Oh, yeah.
Practicing those post moves, the in and out game, the dribble skills, draining the three. All of a sudden, you drain a three from up top. The ball bounces once after it goes through the hoop, and then you don't hear it bounce again. You're like, oh, that's weird. You're celebrating. You turn back to see where the ball is. Floating in midair, you see the ball, and you also see above it 2 red glowing eyes. And you hear the Mothman inside of your head say this.
So if I saw like a 7-foot black guy on the court, I'd probably just run away because I know I'm losing anyway.
Tell me, what are you thinking about?
Holy shit. I was going to go play basketball, and then afterwards I was going to meet my girlfriend at the movies. We're watching this new movie with Nicole Richie and Tara Reid. It's Joe Dirt 3.
Oh.
Not good enough.
Are you shitting me, dude? I just got Browns playoffs tickets.
Oh my
and it's
God.
and it's September.
Yes. That's got to be good enough.
Yeah, man, he's fucking, yeah.
Dude, I like how Rush Hour 3 was good enough, but Joe Dirt 3 wasn't.
What's funny is I had a joke later on about where we talk about the sightings. I was going to just mention him being at every Browns game, but now I don't need to. But congratulations, guys. You all defeated Mothman tonight.
Wait, so Kev, you don't... Wait a minute, Kev. See,
Huh?
I seem to remember
Yes.
there was this time where you were in the bathroom sitting taking a shit.
Nice.
And the shower curtain started to move. And you were able to reach just barely, and you pulled it back a little bit, and there it was, the glowing eyes, the dark figure.
Tell you about that. Talking about that time I was watching Kev take a shit, man.
Right?
Hey, you knew about that?
And then the figure said,
Tell me, what is it?
Well, I won a contest, and I was told that I could have like any one wish happen, and I said, let's put in Jose Mesa.
Oh, dude. Oh, my heart is broken once again.
We all gained enough experience to level 2.
Yeah.
So nice job, guys.
Nice.
awesome.
Nice job. Alrighty, so let's go on to the real sightings.
The real sightings.
The real.
Yeah.
The 100%
These happen.
real
The
sightings.
100 real sightings.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if like I should use this joke now or later, but like this is like southern Ohio, this is West Virginia.
Yeah.
Right on the Ohio River.
Oh,
So like
yeah.
we're taking the credibility of West Virginians.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
your
what's
point,
your point,
Jeremiah?
Jeremiah?
One of
What
the
are you trying to
proven
say,
fact,
Jeremiah?
Toof.
Not to, like-
100
Not
reports.
to like make people mad or nothing, but like this is like one of the birthplaces of moonshine and incest. So.
Actually-
Oh, come on, dude. You can't say
I have
this
family
shit.
from West Virginia. All right, I'm mixed.
Hey, West Virginia is open for business. It says so on all their signs.
So do their sisters' underwear.
What the fuck? All right, so let's get into the real, genuine
Real.
sightings. Jesus, take the real.
Oh, fuck yes, dude.
Yeah.
Mothman, take the real. The very first sighting of the Mothman took place on November 12th, 1966, near Clendenin, I think that's how you pronounce it, it's probably wrong, in West Virginia. 5 men were preparing a grave for a burial in the local cemetery, and that's when they saw it. They claimed that a brown human being lifted off from the nearby trees and flew over them. The men claimed that whatever they saw was a winged creature that took off, but it was indeed no bird. It was a humanoid.
Somebody gave that boy some Red Bull.
A clean comment. I like that.
All right, too. All right. A couple days later, on November 15th, 1966, two young married couples told police that they had a very strange encounter while driving past an abandoned TNT plant near Point Pleasant. They reported that they saw two large, red, glowing eyes and something that was, quote, shaped like a man but bigger, maybe 6 to 7 feet tall, and it had big wings folded against its back. The Mothman flew down toward the couples, so they panicked and sped off. But moments later, they saw the same creature perked up on the hill down the road.
Was there roadhead involved?
Oh, well.
I hope so.
I hope so.
I don't know why, but when you said abandoned TNT plant,
Yeah.
here I was like, what? Is it going to be one of the last Monday WCW Nitros?
Oh, yes, dude.
TNT.
I really did think of Nitro, too.
He spread his wings and flew up into the air, following the car, which they said was going around 100 miles per hour now. The bird kept right with us, they said. And there were a lot more sightings in this area of West Virginia. The TNT area is what they called it. The West Virginia Ordnance Works is what the area was called, and it was an abandoned World War II munitions plant. It also became a... what
Brothel?
was it? No, like a animal bird sanctuary type place afterwards. Actually, I think it was
Should've been
a
a brothel.
bird sanctuary before, and then it became like the World War II like ammunitions plant, and then became a bird sanctuary again.
So
I
it can
believe.
apparently be only those two things.
Yes, it's like we're thinking about setting up a drug mart here. Well, that's not one of the two things now, is it, Clark?
Come on, what about the Underground Railroad?
Oh.
Nope, birds.
Yeah. Like, can we put a Revco there? Nope.
So this plant is used to manufacture ammunition and dynamite, and the areas around had a bunch of igloos that were used to store barrels of gunpowder as well, and it was all connected by like underground passageways. And by 1983, the TNT area was one of the most polluted sites in the country.
Wow.
So there was dynamite there?
Yep.
Wow, so I guess Vanilla Ice wasn't freestyling there.
Oh, dude.
So the history of that area kind of gives into the lore a little bit that the Mothman was maybe a bird moth creature affected by this area and pollution. I don't necessarily agree with any of that, but it's definitely kind of a fun background / history to add to the mystery of them.
Absolutely. I heard that some of those, when they thought like he was like taking flight and stuff like that, it was actually Michael Jordan practicing that scene from Space Jam at the end. That dunk where they're all hanging on to him.
And since we have cracked jokes or mentioned Fresh Prince in the first two episodes,
Yes.
I just wanted to add in, and this is true, the car that the couples were driving was a black 57 Chevy Bel Air.
Oh, yes.
That's kind of cool.
That is awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Something funny I was thinking about was like, so he's 7 feet tall, he's black, and he has huge wings, and they call him Mothman, not Batman. Like Batman was created in 1939, so
Yeah.
obviously it was before that. But like, what? Like, were they like, Batman? No, we gotta get our Google searches up. Mothman? Yeah, no one's really heard of that. Let's do that.
You know what's funny though,
Yeah.
Jeremiah, is the newspapers, the press actually named him Mothman, and they did that because of the Batman television series. One of the people he fought was named Killer Moth, but they named him Mothman after that.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's kind of cool.
Nice.
I mean, he doesn't resemble. If there's one thing he doesn't resemble, it's a moth.
Yeah.
Unless, did you guys see the statue they put in Point Pleasant?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that kind of looks like a moth, like
In the head.
RoboCop moth or
Yeah.
something. The next day, a press conference was held, and the local press started printing the story with the headline, "Couples see man-sized bird, creature, ... something."
I spaced out on the last one because I was trying to think of an incest joke.
No. Right. Makes sense.
Another incest joke.
Let me
Be
see if I
clear.
can squeeze it in there.
Okay.
The mayor issued something about his son seeing something about the Mothman, and the son actually reported on it. He's like, "Yeah, my uncle, he told me to come up here and talk about what I've seen in front of the Mothman. I saw some red glowing eyes. That's it." Okay.
Wait, what?
Okay,
was that over my head? Did I miss
The incest joke was like he said he had his son come to the podium, and then the son said, "My uncle." So, like, meaning
okay.
he fucks his sister.
Okay, yeah, I get it now.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ. dude.
Speaking of uncle, I actually had an uncle who thought he had like a Mothman sighting, and he said he was outside taking out trash one night, and he saw something by his like second floor window, and he said like he called out to him. He's like, "I know that's you, Mothman. What are you doing up there?" And he said, "Why did you say I came down here sit by the window because the light was on?" Yeah. So, yep. So you see what all of our jokes are this episode.
I mean, if you dig really deep, I heard that's what happened in every one of them.
I don't know why in my story the Mothman has an old Jew voice.
Damn, I was gonna
I mean,
say.
it's the same one as I'm just here taking a shit.
I'm just taking a shit. All my voices are old Jews.
It's just all the same guy, man. There's nothing wrong with that.
So on that same night, there was another sighting, this time in Salem, about 90 miles away from PP.
Oh,
Point Pleasant. I
Nice.
couldn't not make that joke.
this is true.
A man
There
named
was no other option.
I'm surprised it took that long.
A man named Newell Partridge, a local building contractor, was watching television when the screen began to go dark and get distorted. A weird pattern filled the screen, and when he heard a loud and winding sound outside that sounded like a generator winding up. So Newell's dogs, he began barking and howling out off on the front porch and toward their hay barn, which was about 150 yards away. Newell grabbed a flashlight and aimed it out in that direction, and the light reflected off something that had two red glowing eyes, very similar to bike reflectors.
I actually have audio off of YouTube if you want me to play it real quick.
Yeah, play it real quick, dude.
God damn it, Petey and Stinky! I already gave you fucking hot dogs! What the fuck is that thing?
Oh god.
I think my web browser crashed. Didn't play the rest of that video.
That's all we needed. That was on YouTube. He somehow filmed that.
And so he believed that the two lights were not animal eyes, but the lights began moving, and that's what frightened him, and he ran back inside.
Nice.
Bandit was the name of his dog. He was an experienced hunting dog. He ran off the porch and out in the direction of the Mothman. And Newell was too scared to go out after him, so he grabbed his shotgun, but he stayed inside watching. And when morning came, Bandit still had not returned.
Oh man.
Rest in peace, Bandit.
Wait, did Bandit never come back?
Not that we know of.
Oh, fuck,
But
man.
the story continues.
Okay.
Here, save Bandit!
Oh yeah.
Bandit found a hot dog
92
warehouse.
pounds. Oh fuck yeah.
Bandit found a hot dog warehouse where he actually lived happily ever after.
Oh. Well, let's see what happened to Bandit. Let's find out.
Fuck.
The next day in the newspaper, Newell was reading about the couples that saw the Mothman down at the TNT plant, and one of the statements that he read sent chills down his spine. Cue spine chill effect, too. I like that.
Yeah.
Roger Scarberry, which is one of the couples from the first story, said that night as they were entering the city limits of Point Pleasant, they saw the body of a large dog lying on the side of the road.
Ah.
And a few minutes later, on the way back from town, they noticed that the dog's body was gone. Was it Bandit?
Who was the guy's name that
Roger Scarberry?
was Roger like, oh, that's my dog?
I don't know.
I was trying to make a dog comment.
Probably
like-
not. It's not his dog. He just saw the dog.
Oh, shit. I meant the owner then.
Oh, maybe. The Newell. Shoot, let me see his name.
It's okay. Is this a dog
Newell was
joke?
his first name, though. Yeah.
I mean, this might just be really stupid. It might just be me. But, like, if you're watching the NBA draft and they're like, the number one pick, Roger Scarberry, do you guys see that happening? Like, that name just sounds...
does.
Okay.
Maybe not Roger, but
Okay,
Scarberry.
yeah, Scarberry, the last name,
That's
at
only
least.
because of Stefan Marbury and
Maybe that is
Starberry.
it. That must be it. Yeah.
But, yeah, I believe it, man.
Yeah, he also worked a lot at the local fair in the area. They call it Scarberry Fair.
Are you
When you,
going?
When you said that was a name you heard common in the draft, I was like, Bandit?
Oh, my God, yes.
The name's Bandit, Coach.
Comma, Smokey, and the...
Oh.
Fuck yeah.
My name's Bandit, Coach. I'm really good at steals.
So Point Pleasant was a small town where everybody pretty much knew each other, and the deputy that took the statement said that he had no reason to not believe any of these people because they've never been in trouble or started any trouble before.
Well,
Yeah.
well, Kev, it is West Virginia. Everybody kind of does know each other.
In West Virginia, they just have one big family reunion.
Their family reunion, just everyone in the state just doesn't go to work. So over the next year or so, there were over an estimated 100 sightings. A lot of the sightings were also mixed in with UFO reports as well, because a lot of times that the Mothman is spotted, there are reports of lights in the sky as well as UFO activity. But yeah, like Spence said earlier, though, that number is, that number just seems like so...
probably inaccurate.
Yeah.
Also, like, this is 1966, 67, 68, 69 when this is happening.
I think it was just 66 and 67, I think.
LSD's pretty
Yeah.
popular then.
Yeah,
Let's just throw that out there. Like, some dude's just tripping in a car and he sees the taillights in front of him. He's like, dude, I see the red eyes, man.
What's funny, though, is some of these sightings, they get people spooked. Like, there was one where this owl was outside, and this farmer just grabbed a shotgun and fucking blew it to smithereens just because it was sitting on his porch and it was an owl.
Oh, man.
So shortly after these
But
types
that
of...
was just because he saw the movie The Fourth Kind.
Oh, man. Dude, that movie was bad.
So, shortly after these types of reports, it was stated that the men in black began to harass witnesses into not speaking about the creature, and the presence of the men in black began to add to the theory that the Mothman was perhaps an alien of some sort.
Oh, so now they got things against Mormons too, huh?
Oh, my God.
Dude, when I was watching all those Mothman documentaries, like, Men in Black kept appearing in, like, the recommended. I was like, what the fuck? I don't want to watch Men in Black shit. I'm trying to watch Mothman. And this other one I clicked on, the same thing, like, showed, like, the history of the Men in Black. And I was like, no. Get the fuck out of here, recommended. You're not what I want. I didn't actually know they were hand in hand like that.
Like you and me right now.
What if the Man in Black was just the Mothman?
All right, so now we're going to talk about the disaster sightings, since a lot of the major Mothman sightings were right around the time of disasters. The first major one was the Silver Bridge collapse. On December 15th, 1967, the Silver Bridge on the Ohio River collapsed during rush hour. 46 people died during the accident, and the destruction of the bridge was blamed on a dysfunctional eye bar in the suspension chain. Mothman was said to have been seen at the bridge as well. After this event, though, the sightings and reports of the Mothman at Point Pleasant completely stopped. Maybe because he decided to leave and head off to warn off another disaster, or maybe people were just too busy dealing with this tragedy that they didn't have time to make up bullshit stories about the Mothman. So.
I feel like that second one's probably true.
Wait.
Or maybe he was just one of the people riding in a car.
Oh, he's like, shit,
Nice.
I knew I shouldn't have drove today.
Yeah.
I thought he like prevented shit from happening like that, or he just shows up at disasters. That's what his
Yeah.
thing is.
Sometimes some believe that he is there to try to warn
Yeah.
people, but some people believe that he's like the Grim Reaper as well.
Oh,
So there's a
he's-
lot. We'll talk about some different theories at the end.
So this is like a weird kind of Donald Trump thing, right? Like some people think he's there to like warn the people, but he's actually like the cause of it, kind of.
I think most people think he's the cause.
That bum.
Silver Bridge. I just want to make a silver shroud joke.
Oh, hey, Shroud. The next one is the Freiburg mine. It's in Germany. I don't know if that's how you say it.
Oh, I read that from
Freiburg,
over your
Freiburg?
shoulder, and I thought it said firebug.
Firebug. So, September 10th, 1978, at a mine in Freiburg, Germany, a group of 21 miners were set to work in the mine, but when they arrived at the entrance, they saw a dark figure with wings on
Wait,
his back.
We're in Germany now.
Yeah.
Like we've gone from West Virginia to Germany.
Yeah, that was the
yeah.
last one. And
This is like 2 years later, because he leaves Point Pleasant after that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because all the sightings stopped in Point
I'm
Pleasant
gonna
after
have to
that
add
bridge.
another map to my wall where I put the pins in and draw the yarn.
Poland.
So, September 10th, 1978, at a mine in Freiburg, Germany, a group of 21 miners were set to work in the mine, but when they arrived at the entrance, they saw a dark figure with wings on his back standing there. When the miners approached closer, the creature's wings flew out by its side, and he let out a, quote, sound of 50 people screaming. The miners were all like, fuck this, and they stayed outside and away from the mine to work on some of the other shit they had going on. And then shortly after, the mine had some sort of explosion that day, and it collapsed. So, saved by the Mothman, or the Freiburg Shrieker, as they called him over there.
The crazy thing, the 50 people screaming, he must not have stopped Rush Hour 3 thing, 'cause that's as many people saw that in theaters.
Dude.
And I also heard inside that mine was just a Milli Vanilli concert going on.
Oh, then I was there then.
At least it wasn't an Ariana Grande concert.
Oh, man. Oh man, I put something together. That's actually kind of cool. I just thought of it
Yeah.
because I know the Germany thing. All right, so West Virginia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's like known for like black lung mining, right?
Mm.
So Germany mines, right?
Yeah.
What's like in mines and caves? Bats.
Yeah.
So like, what if the fucker's from the center of the earth and like he's just trying to get back home?
Right.
That's true.
And we're
That's a good
fucking
point.
making bridges all shitty and stuff and scaring them off and shit, dude.
Could have a
Because like
theory there, man.
the bridge collapses and it causes the ground to shake and that ruins his fucking cave.
That's true. I
I
never
think this
thought
is
about
all
that.
exactly what happened.
I've never.
I heard he
thought
had a
of-
cave in New York too, but there was an incident there that caused him to leave too.
Well,
man.
we'll get into
Okay,
that.
let's say we
we'll
know
get
where
into
that's
that,
going.
Jeremiah. So there are
About that.
two. I mean, there's a bunch of other sightings, but there's two more major disaster
Oh
sightings.
God, this is on there.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So two more popular sightings that happened. You might have heard of.
Maybe.
The first one. How about Chernobyl, anyone? That's right. Mothman was seen flying over the city and plant on numerous occasions.
That was a really good movie.
Oh my God, no, it wasn't.
I never saw it. Is it actually shitty?
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
I've never
It is
seen it.
bad.
I mean, after the Chernobyl thing, wouldn't there be like a lot of kids in Russia that kind of look like, or
Oh,
that kind of looks like Mothman's? I mean,
It could be.
Chernobyl was in Russia, right? Was that Ukraine or?
and those that were witnesses to seeing him in Chernobyl were said to have reportedly been plagued by nightmares and threatening phone calls, just like the movie Mothman Prophecy.
Nice.
Mothman Prophecies.
Yeah.
And most people believe that the Chernobyl sightings are all fictitious, and they weren't really noted until after the Mothman Prophecies movie came out.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I know it was a book first, but I mean, after the movie, that's when some of the stuff started appearing online.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely not true then.
So, all right, fine, we'll scratch that one. But this next sighting was something you all probably remember, something you would never forget, because you made a promise to never forget.
Oh,
That's right. Mothman was seen by many, yes, many witnesses during, give me a drum roll, Jeremiah, 9/11. Witnesses reported a large crane-like figure in the vicinity of the towers just 5 days before the attack. It had been 31 years since there had been any sighting of Mothman in the United States. Some say he even showed back up on the day of the attack, and some say you can even see his face through the clouds of smoke and debris.
Oh, God.
And yes, there are pictures. Look that shit up, Jeremiah. There's pictures. He was there. I was there.
I have seen some of the pictures. I didn't know it was supposed to be Mothman, but I've seen some of the some of the pictures. But I don't know, like, were any of those reports out before?
I really don't. I don't think any of these Mothman stories are really.
I mean,
like,
yeah, obviously, but like, if at least if they came out before, it'd be kind of weird. Like if somebody's like, "Hey, I fucking saw that," and then 9/11 happened. But if they're saying it afterwards, you can say anything. Yeah, I saw fucking Jesus over. Like you can say anything afterwards.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I got a crazy theory.
Yeah.
Okay, Hitler's suicide, right?
God, yes.
Yeah.
He actually took a submarine to Argentina, right?
Okay.
He does a couple of transformations there with some South American voodoo, right? About 20 years later, 1966, he's a bat now. He still tries to carry out his plan of exterminating races. He tries to make his way to New York, but he gets caught in West Virginia. All right, fuck it, kill the inbreds. He goes back to Germany to cover up his tracks.
Oh shit.
Kill the Nazis. Nice. The reason Germany started a war was with Russia because he could never beat Russia. Goes to Russia, makes them all mutants.
Yeah.
Now he goes to New York
Holy shit.
and tries to kill the Jews.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute. I think it falls apart a little bit at the
Yeah.
end.
I mean, I like that you came up with that in that
I do
10
like it,
second
though,
period,
too.
though. Yeah.
But that wasn't the last major disaster that he was spotted at. No.
No, because Rush Hour 3 happened after all of
Yeah,
this.
exactly. Yeah.
What about the swine flu outbreak in Mexico in 2009?
Oh my God, was he really?
Really?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was seen somewhere over there.
Nice.
At least I've heard from a couple people. Old Mo down at the The country gas station told me about it a few times.
That is true though. Like that one, like right before West Nile, I know I saw that fucker. So
How does West Nile get brought up every podcast?
wait,
too,
has
man?
it?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
Oh,
dude.
fuck
I'm not
yeah,
even
dude.
remembering these.
So does that bring the count to like 103 now?
So those are the most major Mothman sightings. Were there any specific ones or extra ones you wanted to bring up or talk about?
Yeah, I was looking up. I typed in the very first Mothman sighting,
Yeah.
and it was in 1963 in San Francisco, California, at St. Mary Hospital, October 31st.
My birthday.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Horrible tragedy and incident happened there.
Oh god, I'm ready for this. What is it?
The birth of Rob Schneider.
Oh fuck yes, dude.
Fuck.
Yes.
He's got the picture
Dude,
up.
Shit, I have the same birthday as fucking Rob
Oh my
Schneider.
Oh
God.
my god.
Actually, I did see while doing research, there's like a bunch of sightings of him in Chicago recently.
Huh.
I don't know. I didn't read too much into it, but so these are the major theories of what the Mothman is. Some say he is a monster, a supernatural force, a grim reaper / angel of death, a large barn owl, an alien, a thunderbird, a mutant bird, a man with a wingsuit, or just simply a hoax.
I'm gonna go with the hoax.
So what all do you guys think? Let's talk about some of these possibilities, though.
Okay.
I think some of the sightings were people thinking it was Mothman, but I really think it was just large barn owls
Yeah.
for some
Oh,
of them.
yeah.
Because, I mean, owls can get pretty fucking big.
Wasn't there something I read in one of the articles? I read something about a crane that they
Yeah.
So like could have just been that.
And the
Yeah.
cranes have like red around their eyes too.
Yeah.
Well, plus any animal with red, if you shine a light on,
oh yeah.
anything,
absolutely.
a lot of stuff reflects red
Oh, yeah,
lights. I
yeah.
really think, and with like the sightings of him saying he had like a sunken head, like an owl. I
Yeah.
don't know. I think a lot of them were honestly just large owls.
And obviously, like the first one probably was like the crane or the owl and stuff like that. And the further down it goes, and the more people are seeing it, they could like look outside and see a fucking leaf, and oh yeah, I saw Mothman. So yeah, I think it was more just it spreading like so quickly. And
One of the things that made me think it was a hoax was they said that the Mothman like never flapped his wings. He would just jump up in the air like 50 feet or something. With a lot of hoaxes, like I think that after a couple of sightings, people wanted to believe it, so they got in costumes and shit.
There was some funny pranks. People started playing pranks. Like they would put 2 flashlights or 2 lights on balloons, and they would let them go in places.
nice.
So like people would see that, and they would like start shooting them and stuff.
So easily that could have been one of the
So,
sightings. Like,
Okay, like not the one that's like most believable. What's just one you would like you think would be cool if it was real?
Real quick, I heard it wasn't a balloon. It was actually condoms because they don't use those in West Virginia.
I mean, I'm not saying this in a joking way at all,
Where'd
but like
they get 'em?
one that I think would be like pretty fucking crazy would be if the 9/11 one was true. Like not saying that in like funny, like I don't think that that's good that any of that happened, but like if that was true, if they saw that beforehand, that'd be creepy
crazy.
as fuck. But I mean, obviously it's not.
I really like the idea of like the Grim Reaper / Angel of Death. I think that's like a really cool theory. I don't believe anything but it being a hoax or a large bird of some sort. But I really like the Grim Reaper Angel of Death. I think that'd be a really cool theory.
Yeah, everything from the movie was pretty sweet. Like with him like calling him and like warning him of shit and stuff. Did you say his name was like Indrid Cold or something?
See, I didn't talk about that too much because that's like not Mothman to me.
Yeah, it's
like
not. I mean,
I've heard of Indrid Cold as other things.
Yeah, I just remember that being pretty sweet.
Oh, that movie scared the hell out of me. So, just the way he talks.
Yeah, he was creepy.
The way he says the River Ohio.
Yeah.
Like used to creep the hell out of me.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good movie.
I'm thinking I watched the wrong movie when I was doing research
What'd you
because
watch?
I looked up that movie, but I found it like for free on like a shitty porn site.
Oh, nice.
And I think it was actually Mothman. Now that I think back, it was Mothman Pro Feces.
Yeah, you didn't know, but I was actually in that movie.
I kind of like my Mothman Hitler idea.
Yeah, that was
mean,
kind of
yeah,
cool
that
just
was-
to be thrown together on the
yeah.
spot.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was actually like...
Like, how did you think of that? Like in like the 10-second period you had.
Also, Nazis were known to do experiments on people.
That's true. Nazis did do a lot of
There you
crazy
go.
shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Bat Boy's got. Oh shit! It's Bat Boy from the National Enquirer.
No. It can't be.
Oh, I'm looking that up right now. Holy shit! Bat Boy's from West Virginia.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Brothers Commonplace.
that's fucking Mothman.
You can check us out on Twitter at Bros Commonplace. You can probably check us out on iTunes by now.
Hell yes.
By the time this comes out.
Oh, yeah.
And anywhere else podcasts are found.
Nice.
We might even have Brothers Common Place up and running by then.
Hopefully.
So go there. There's also Facebook. And on Facebook, we're just the Brothers Commonplace.
Also, search us on RedTube. You'll find us on there.
Yeah, you'll
we
find
we
lots
always
of
add that
stuff on
in,
there.
so I had added in.
Hey, Mothman, do you have any other tragedies that you would like to avoid?
Avoid Kanye West.
Oh. Okay.
You had to be set up for that joke.
Remember?
All right, so everyone, I just want to say thanks for listening and checking us out. The best way for us to get more exposure would be for you to leave us a 5-star review or 5-star rating and a review. That'll help us move up in charts so people can go ahead and see us. We'd also ask everyone listening, if you could just send this to one friend or make one of your friends listen, that would mean the world to us.
Oh, what?
And we really do appreciate everyone that listens. We love you guys.
All 5 of us.
All 5 of us.
Yeah.
And also,
we love you too,
if you
Kev.
can't send it to someone else, send nudes.
Send nudes.
Oh yeah. Especially Toof. Send nudes.
Send toofs of.
Keep going. That was good.
Send toofs of nudes. Keep two toof.
Keep going. I'm almost there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude.
All right, so thanks again, everyone. Be good, stay safe.
And laugh at the dark stuff.
The need for skilled medical assistance is growing. Bryant and Stratton College graduates are uniquely prepared to enjoy lasting careers as medical assistants in private practices, hospitals, nursing homes, clinics, or government agencies. And we offer students personalized attention, technical skills, and professional contacts. Classes start soon. Take the first step today at bryantstratton.edu. Bryant and Stratton College, for every and in life.
For important program information and disclosures, please visit our website at bryantstratton.edu/disclosures.
This February, history will be made. Millions will watch as 80 years of unjust stigma is left in the past. A product that drove good people to the black market will be revealed as one that's creating a new global market. This February, what inspired the symbol of counterculture will at long last be seen as just culture. The new normal is coming. Will you be one of the first to see it? Visit medmen.com to watch an exclusive preview.